I'm rich. I'm Lego rich. But I feel guilty about it. I shouldn't, but I can't shake the feeling that I've done something wrong, even though I've done nothing wrong. I'm so conflicted. Let me explain. So, these are pick-a-brick cups from the Lego store. I went to my quote-unquote local Lego store, only a couple hours of driving to get there and back on average. I went there specifically to get a set that has a bunch of foliage in it, stuff like this. And that set, it'll be built when it's built. I'll review it and publish the review when the review is done. But while I was at the Lego store, I looked at the pick-a-brick wall. It's where you go and you can fill up one of these plastic cups. I didn't bring one of my own old pick-a-brick cups that you can just reuse because I rarely even look at the wall, because usually what you'll find there are lots and lots of like 2x2 plates, L-shaped plates, and gray base antennas with the black stock, just the most basic, most common color, and like a pink 1x2 bricks. Not a whole lot of super useful stuff for just general use. Not stuff that oftentimes, at least I would want to fill up one of these cups with. So I haven't used the pick-a-brick wall very frequently, and I usually don't even bother looking in its direction because usually they don't have stuff that I care about. That was very much not the case today, though. So, here I have a veritable windfall of dark green colored seaweed pieces. I think is what they're called, something like that. And these pieces, I actually care about what the camera is looking at for a change. These pieces, I have a little cheat sheet here off screen. These pieces in this color, on average, in small quantities on Bricklink, sell for about 16 cents US. I got all these, and I could have gotten much more. They're actually running out of those relatively quickly because they're really good things. And then I got a bunch of these just because I was able to grab an entire handful. I felt so guilty doing this, but you could grab an entire handful of 10 baguettes and just throw them into a cup on Bricklink. These sell for 29 cents a piece in this color. I'm going to pull these out and try to separate them while I'm doing this so I don't make more of a mess and sorting hassle for myself in the future. So I got, some of those. Maybe you can count while I'm looking at other things off screen. These pieces here, these are the second generation flower stock pieces with the the bar on the base and then the hollow stud on the top, or the bar hole on the top. These pieces in this regular green color they go for about 10 cents a piece on Bricklink. Let's see how many of those I got. So that's like $1 worth there. Let's see. It felt so dirty because I need to tell you the price of these cups if you're not familiar with them. But when I went to I didn't even go up to the cashier. I went to the store manager and I asked, is this legit? Is this for real? Can I actually even do this? Is this allowed? Is this real life? Because it didn't feel real. You never find foliage pieces in the pick-a-brick wall. At least I never do. I've never seen it. Evidently, stores are able to order from limited selections once per week. And one warehouse or distribution center will service a bunch of stores in a large region in places that actually have Lego stores available at all. And it's kind of a first come, first serve basis for store managers to get in there and try to get the good stuff to put on their own pick-a-brick walls. And of course they need the space for the parts, so they can't just order everything. And yeah, foliage pieces are now on the menu, and the guy at my quote-unquote local store, fortunately, was smart enough to get in on that. And then I also got some of these. Just some. I figured I could use these bright green carrot top pieces for something foliage-like, especially since I was able to just grab multiple handfuls and just get a bunch of them. These go for only about like 6 cents a piece, so that's not that big of a deal. But then we come to this little cup over here, because I got to talking to the guy, and he's good people and recognized me from many orders, many purchases I've made in the past. He goes into the back, brings out this cup, minus the stuff that's on top, but just the stuff on the bottom. It's like, yeah, we had these in before this past week, and this is all that's left out of like 2-3 bins worth. I'm trying to get the less interesting stuff out of the way. But you see the green leaf pieces. Those are in bright green, a relatively new piece. I'm not going to be able to pick all these out of here right now, but I'll do that at a later time. But these are the ones that were left, that he just scraped out of the corners and out of the edges and everything from several bins full. And folks had just come in and just devoured them. Probably mostly Bricklink sellers. Honestly, he did say that he does get Bricklink sellers that come in and just buy up an entire bin of stuff and then just flip it around, which, you know, makes sense when you look at the prices of things like these. They go for 16 cents a piece. All right. This entire cup right here is I think it's $8.50, something like that. So that's a lot of potential profit for Bricklink sellers. I'm sure that there are some Bricklink sellers looking at this video right now with huge dollar signs in their eyes. Like, oh, which store did you get that from? I can make such a profit. That's exactly what a lot of people do, which is legitimate. It's allowed. I mean, if regular people can go in and buy the stuff however much they want, why can't sellers? You know, it's not an illegitimate thing. It's not a bad thing. Just how it works. So this is a $8.50 cup, something like that. This one is just under $16. I think it's twice the size, but you pay less than twice as much. So I have done quite well here. I'm not going to try to calculate. This is where most of the value is right here. And I'm going to use a lot of these probably for grass-like things, but also I'll try to make some trees with them. They had plenty left, and they're going to get restocked to the store. I definitely did not buy out the stuff that they had, except for this, which was all that was left of these after Bricklink sellers and a few hobbyists, but mostly Bricklink sellers, got like gigantic bags worth, just tons of these, you know, just racks and racks of these, just filled them up and took them away. But yeah, I literally just felt guilty. I had to ask the guy, is this legitimate? Can I actually do this? And yes, you can. So I recommend that anybody who has a Lego store nearby, go check them out. Ask the store manager when they restock their pick a brick wall, and yeah, if they're convenient to visit and you like a lot of parts and you're looking for interesting stuff, it's worth just checking them out and seeing if they got anything interesting in. If it is convenient for you to go to the store, which it's not for me, but if it is, then you can just, if you're really interested in this stuff, if you're a serious hobbyist and you're doing a lot of stuff, you can just go in every single week if you want, or every couple weeks when they do a restock, and see if they have anything that's really valuable to you. You can get some fantastic deals. And yeah, it seems like it's becoming more and more frequent that the Lego company itself, or the folks dealing with distribution of things, are listening a little bit more to what the market wants. People who actually use the pick-a-brick wall in this case, that specific segment of the market, and they're putting more interesting things out. Tires and wheels and axles, and some windows have been made available in the past. Doors, oftentimes like one particular color of door that fits into the tall frame they'll have, but they're doing more things like actual windows, normal windows. And he said that earlier in the month they had the what was it, 1 by 6 by 5, is it, the big panels in just trans clear, and you could just fill this. Now it's not very efficient to fill this up with those pieces, but you can spend some time and wedge them in there properly and then fill up the rest of the spaces with little things. That's all legitimate. You can spend as much time as you want. But, those things are also very, very valuable. They don't come in enough sets. But yeah, moral of the story, check out the Pick-a-Brick wall if you can, and don't feel guilty filling up cups, because if you don't, Bricklink sellers will just come through and fill up dozens of cups anyway, and then sell stuff back, or try to sell stuff back to you at huge profits. So get in at the source if you can. I was lucky enough to do so. Didn't get nearly as much as I could, but definitely got stuff that I want to use and will be using. This stuff will be going into my underwater displays, because I had completely run out of these, but this will allow me to add just more density. I'm going to try to, probably some of these will be used in my Minecraft area, but I'll also try to figure out some unique foliage designs using these to use above ground. This stuff, I want to see if I can actually build something like a sign or something using these as pieces to build with as decorations, as opposed to just using them as bread in like a bakery or something like that. Got some flowers in here as well. I want to add a lot more flowers. And this stuff is going to be used extensively. I love these pieces. Since I have a bunch more now, I'll probably put a bunch more on my mountain as well. Not mountain, but laccolith, and make that a little bit greener. I don't want it to be super green, but I've got enough that I can splurge a little bit. And then a lot of this will be used for a grassy texture, and also to make some custom spiky trees that I'll be using around the city. That's it for this video. Just wanted to share that interesting and different haul. Talk to you again soon.